The board game Clue, but now there's a twist on the classic that involves real-life detective work. CBS's Asal Rezai jump-starting our morning in the loop with a look at Clue, a walking mystery. And Asal, I'm so glad you're doing this story because I have been seeing these signs and wondering what it's all about.
Yeah, Audrina, I'm not too far from you. Short commute for us this morning. We're inside Block 37. As you mentioned, Clue, a walking mystery. It debuted here in Chicago last year, and it was such a success. Over 4,000 detectives, I'm told, were involved in the game last year, so they had to come back for a second year. This game actually has won an award for an immersive experience game. I want to bring in Sophie Grimm. She is the associate producer, the head butler, if you will.
Thank you.
Sophie, thank you for being here.
Yes.
So let's just jump right into it. For people who don't know, our anchor Audrina was just talking about, she's been seeing these signs everywhere and super excited to hear about it. So tell me, for people who don't know, you said for people who love escape rooms and puzzles and things like that, this is the place to be. How does this really work? It's kind of a mock-up, real-life experience of the Clue board game.
Yes. Yes, so well, if you know, you played it back at home in your living room, and now instead of using the tokens on a board like we would, right, all kind of going against each other, you are now forming a squad, you're forming a team of detectives, and you're gonna take this who, what, or where that you would normally have done right in that living room, and we have the full police file for you now. So you're going downtown and figuring out what really happened.
And I love it because it's symbolic. You guys have physical places that groups of people can go. Tell me how many people can be involved in this, and really how does it work? You guys take people to different locations in the area.
Yeah. So you come to Block 37, which of course here is Butler headquarters, and then we orient you, kind of show you how you're going to investigate today, and then either 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, we think that's the best recommendation, so everybody can look at these clue-filled artifacts together. That's when you go around and you start perusing these items that have been auctioned off, of course, from the Tudor mansion. So you're going to be really investigating.
And so the objective, obviously, what you win is justice, is what we were talking about.
Right.
But the objective is to find out who committed the murder,
That's right.
What they used, where they did it.
That's right. And of course we have all the classic characters here. The 2023 version of it, you've still got Professor Plum, you have Colonel Mustard and Miss Scarlet, but now newly and improved we have Solicitor Peacock, lawyered up there. We have Chef White, went to culinary school, and of course Mayor Green.
Amazing. Sophie, thank you so much for being here. She's going to be here walking us through this really all morning long. Audrina, there's clues waiting for us in different places around the loop this morning. Next stop is going to be Magnolia Bakery, which is just upstairs. We're going to go up there, try to find a clue, and really start a game here this morning. We'll check back in with you in just a little bit.
That sounds awesome. Just grab us some of those banana bread, banana Foster cookies they have at Magnolia while you're there, please, while you're searching for your 100%. Clues.
It's time to jumpstart our morning. So we all know the board game Clue, and now there's a twist on that classic that involves some real-life detective work. So our Asal Rezai is jumpstarting our morning live, really in our area right now, just a couple blocks from us, with a look at Clue, a walking mystery. And I'm curious if, Asal, they use the same names and like weapons that they use in the board game, you know, like Colonel Mustard and is it Miss Scarlet or something? I don't know.
They do.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
They do. They use the same characters. It's actually based on the board game, Jackie, and a short commute for me today. We're at Block 37. Inside of Magnolia Bakery, actually, there's a booth inside of the mall here, which is where all of this starts. You get a brief little orientation, and then things just kick off. I'm going to bring Sophie Grimm. She's the head butler here this morning, and she's kind of been talking us through and showing us exactly how this game works. A group of people come in and you guys take them all around the loop, Sophie. So tell me exactly why we're standing in Magnolia Bakery. You have the police files here.
Yes, so of course, once you get the police file, you're saying, what are we looking for? Well, we look at like the game board that we would see, and we know that all of these artifacts are from each room. So of course the artifact from the kitchen was auctioned off to Magnolia Bakery. So if we look at this, we see that forget, the recipe box is going to be the artifact we're perusing, and of course it's right here for us, right?
So we know our first clue is in here, and that's how you know.
That's right.
And so, Jackie, that answers your question, just like the board game, but it's immersive, it's real life. We're bringing it to life.
That's
here,
right. And after this moment is when we give you the map. So you go on your own to investigate with your team until you get to the finale where you make your accusation with one of my cousin butlers, of course. Yeah?
I love that. And,
Yeah.
Sophie, we've been talking about the fact that you guys are back for a second year because last year was such a success. You guys had over 4,000 detectives come and try out this experience. So this is really season 2. If you did the experience last year, it's not the same this year.
Right. Brand new mystery, brand new artifacts, brand new puzzles, and we've got some really fun ones planned for you. So yes, in this very first one, because it's a little bit of the prologue, you might not understand what everything means quite yet, but if you look through this recipe box, kind of perusing as though you were looking at a recipe box, you would see we have white statement. Of course, once the police got there, they took interviews of every person.
So you would read this.
You'd read this, you'd take
follow
pictures.
the prompts.
Follow the prompts, and then it might not make sense quite yet, but that's what you need to figure out. That's why you have a handy dandy pencil, and of course all of your note pages.
I absolutely love it. It's such a cool experience, Jackie. If you are in this area, you'll see a bunch of signs for Clue directing you exactly to this area. And we can't give away too much, obviously, as we're going from place to place this morning because we want people to be able to experience this. But we are going to follow some clues and work on this. And in the next hour, you guys are going to check back in with us, and we'll be at a different location looking for our next clue. So for now, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, actually, one thing real quick, Asal, I don't know if you can build this into your walking tour and your mystery, but if you can grab like a cookie or the banana pudding from Magnolia, you are literally in the building right now, so it's not too difficult. Put it on producer Tom's credit card. It'll all be good.
They're not open.
Well, Jackie, Audrina put in a request already, so you did. So you know what? Maybe I should just call up the newsroom and just start taking tallies and seeing who needs what.
Just take the whole. Yeah, I mean it's a big news day. We need some sweets to carry us through. Asal, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
I agree.